Hi, everyone.
Asia left.
Asia's gone.
I'm here.
Asia is here, rather. Hello, wearing her Ninja Turtles t-shirt. That's awesome. Welcome back. Today we're talking about school stories. Asia and Tony are here because they are, school-related. Things are happening in their lives related to school. I thought they might have
I'm
some
currently
interesting
school
stories.
adjacent, yes.
School adjacent, next to a school, in a school, in class. They've got class.
Employed by a school.
Employed by a school.
Not allowed
Looking
within so
after
many feet of a
kids in
school.
No. Well, Tony, I'm not sure about you. But if that's true, that's wild to put on the internet.
It is not true. It is a joke. It's to clarify for the internet. That is a bit.
Okay. All right. Asia, you've been teaching like little kids for a long time?
Preschool for 7 years. Before that, after school programs and summer camps.
Oh, okay. Do you like of course you like your kids, but have you liked teaching preschool for that amount of time?
Yeah, I started out teaching middle school.
Ooh.
Let's just say preschool is much better.
Yeah, I would assume so. I just started watching Abbott Elementary, so it's kind of like I imagine you as Cheryl. What's her name? Cheryl Lee Ralph's character.
Yeah, yeah, because she has the kindergartners, I guess.
She has the kindergartners. Yeah. Tony.
Yes.
You, sir, are going back to school.
Yes, I'm going back to collage so that I can get my mechanical engineering degree.
Ooh, he's smart. He got money. I got
No.
2 Quinter references. He's going to. I got 2 Quinter references in the intro. Bam. All right. But yeah, well, I'm very happy for you. Hopefully, you won't need this, and you can, or maybe you can join Patreon after. No, kidding.
Who knows? Maybe this will do better for me.
You never know.
That's
Ooh.
dependent upon you, viewer. It's dependent upon you.
Look at those 2 different colored eyes.
I was about
Do
to
that again.
say.
That's crazy.
Wow. Is that just how you were born? Did I not know this about you?
He was born with it. No, one of them is a contact. He's edgy.
Yeah, I specifically have one contact that is 2 colors.
You're
That's
edgy enough.
my stylistic choice. No, yeah, I was born that way.
Cool.
It's funny. There'll be people who have known me for literal years, and the way they phrase it is the best part because they'll ask, "Did you know that you have 2 different colored eyes?"
Did you know?
Did you know?
What?
He's Mary at Christmas time.
Mary, did you know? Cool. That's actually really cool. All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hop into the stories now. You guys ready?
Okay.
See.
All right, let's get into it. Do it. First story. Am I the asshole for only getting a college graduation gift for my son and not my daughter-in-law? Yes. Daughter-in-law. They're married.
Oh, right. Okay.
Depends upon caliber of gift, probably, but context is required here.
Yeah. The story reads, so I'm a 55-year-old female, and my son, who I raised as a single mother, recently graduated from grad school. His wife, my daughter-in-law, also graduated at the same time, and I gave a special gift of a bit of cash just to my son because I'm proud of him as his mother, and I feel a sense of pride since I raised him as a single mom. I figured my daughter-in-law had her own parents to give to her. Well, my daughter-in-law texted me saying she was very hurt that I only acknowledged my son, her husband's graduation, and not hers, as she thought she was part of the family, as my daughter-in-law, and they've been together for a while. She said she didn't expect the same amount of money, of course, but just a card or something. She said she felt like I overlooked all her hard work, and I only saw my son's. However, I don't feel like I need to apologize or justify my choices in wanting to reward my son individually. Am I the asshole?
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't. I mean, it'd be nice to have done a card or something.
Not
I
a
think
card.
that's
Yeah.
nice, but
Something
to say
thing
good
is,
job, congrats.
Yeah, but as I don't think I would bring it up as the wife. I feel like I've been seeking validation from this woman. It's like, that's her son. Let her do whatever she wants for her son.
That's
Especially if
true.
it's cash and you're married and have been married for a while.
That's
That
your
That
is
is
cash
cash.
kind
too.
of a gift to
Yeah.
both of you.
Right.
Like,
I think it's a lack of card that gets me because, like, to not get anything when we both graduated at the same time. I'm assuming there was like some sort of celebrate, like a dinner or something. Did she not say anything to her this entire time?
Right, and I want to know how well
yeah,
they know
that's
each other, like, because she doesn't even know if
She's
she has
married.
parents in her life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, if they're not that close, then why are you like, I
yeah,
was so
that's
hurt by what you did? Like, what do you mean? Like,
mildly inconsiderate. Yeah, for sure. But
yeah,
an asshole? No. No, I
no.
don't think so.
There might be some inconsistencies in the story because she definitely knows.
I mean, it's just her side of the story too.
Let's read some of the comments. You are the asshole. She is 100% right that it's more about the gesture and the thought. A card would have sufficed. When my husband graduated, his parents bought him a car. When I finished graduate school, not at the same time as him, and long before we were married, they got me a grocery store orchid. I was incredibly touched by them considering me. Your choice to reward your son individually with money is not what's in question here. It's your choice not to celebrate your daughter in law's accomplishment that is the issue. So the fact that you typed this sentence is telling. I don't feel like I need to apologize or justify my choice in wanting to reward my son individually. It makes it clear you don't even respect her enough to listen to her about what she's actually getting upset about. This is the equivalent of getting your son an elaborate gift for Christmas and nothing at all for your daughter in law, and then saying, I don't think I need to apologize or explain why I wanted to get my son a gift. She's asking you to apologize and or explain why you completely ignored her accomplishment, not to get defensive about your right to celebrate your son's accomplishment. No one is questioning you getting your son an individual gift. She's simply pointing out that it was thoughtless and a bit rude to do nothing to acknowledge her accomplishments too. You clearly saw graduation as something to honor and celebrate, and trying to justify it by saying you were a single mom and she has her own parents is problematic, especially if her parents have been welcoming to your son, which they potentially have. Neither of their graduations from graduate school are primarily about you. Both of them put in hard work. Both of them are your family. Obviously, you might do more for a son than a daughter-in-law, but celebrating one and completely ignoring the accomplishments of the other is not great, and is a little worrisome that you try to imply that the reason you wanted to honor your son's accomplishments is more because you see them as an extension of your own. It's giving main character energy. Ooh.
Jeez. Don't
This
be
is
so
one of
fucking
those-
That was too
melodramatic.
much. Yeah.
This is one of those situations where you're telling your daughter-in-law that you don't actually consider her family at all, which may seem small, but has some longer term impacts if she and your son do stay married for many years. Even if you're purely selfish, as you came across here with this one post, there will probably come a point where she won't consider you to be family either after smaller incidences like this happen repeatedly, and if they have children or you ever need elder care, expect to lose out.
Hey, Spencer, please tell me this has been like 10 comments you've just read.
I was just thinking that. This person has a lot to say.
Because if that's one, that person's psychotic. Honestly, they
Yeah.
are the asshole.
It is just one comment.
Motherfucker, that
Bro.
person needs help.
That is so funny. This was 9 days ago.
They wrote
as
a
of recording
book.
this. They really
That's
did.
that's nuts.
You
I
really did.
I feel like I'm a really sensitive person, and
I think I got
this
vertigo
would
reading
not
that.
have bothered me.
I'm a dungeon master and have been for years, and I'm the dungeon master for a podcast. And I think that comment is more than I've written in my life combined.
It was a lot.
That
I'm
was
just
Ridiculous. That
It's
person
like-
needs help. Commenter, you need help. I'm sorry.
The
I
commenter
just
is
feel like
Kelpie
it's
Maine.
not that serious. You know.
You know,
But,
think
like,
It's not
I've-
that big a deal. It's really
I've
not
only-
that big a deal.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not married. I've only been in one relationship. Like, if his mom got him something for an accomplishment and I had the same accomplishment and she was just like, congratulations. Thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she didn't say anything. I don't know. I might feel a little hurt, but not have to say anything.
I've been married for 8 years now. And when my wife
I'm still
does
shocked.
And when my wife graduates from fire academy and all that, there's a possibility my parents will do something nice for her because I have incredibly nice parents.
Yeah.
But I don't expect that from them at all. There is no expectation.
Yeah.
So I don't see why you're an asshole for. It's
Well,
a
speaking of-
totally normal thing. I don't.
I want to know what the husband thinks about all this, because I'm not getting anything from him.
Yeah, I could see if it was like and none for Gretchen Wieners type of situation, but like it doesn't even seem like it's like she sent him money on Zelle or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am also
it was like,
curious. I
"Have
don't think
fun."
this really changes much, but I am curious how much money it was.
Yeah, I guess that would change things.
There's a different vibe if it's like $100 versus like $2,000, $5,000, something ridiculous. It changes the vibe based on that. I don't think it fully reverses from asshole to non-asshole or vice versa, but I think it just has a different energy about it then.
What do you think?
Yeah.
The larger the sum, the more of an asshole she'd be, or the less? If it's more,
I think
I think of it as kind of like that is an investment in like both of your future.
Exactly. I feel like the
Yeah.
more it is, the less of an asshole you are. Because if it's like, this is to get you started on a house,
Yeah.
but your wife isn't allowed to live there, like that's not that's not a caveat that exists. It's
Right.
here, get you squared away on your life.
Yeah,
That's no.
I agree.
Also, I don't think I would ever catch myself being like, "Oh, he got money. Can I have some too?" You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then she wasn't really asking. She was just like a card or something, acknowledge me. But
Where's mine? Where's
yeah.
mine?
even if it's even if it's just a word, "Where's mine?"
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
like cringy
So
to
the-
me.
The reply to that comment was this, period. This is your son's wife. She achieved the same goal as he did, at the same time as he did. And you can't even say, "Congratulations, I'm so proud of you." It would have been fine to give her a card or, as I might have done, a small gift, but nothingness is hurtful. You are the asshole. Do better. I don't know. I agree.
The commenters are just they're taking it too seriously, man.
I think I would have been.
deep.
I think I
Like
would
a
have been like,
Costco gift
"She
card?
is so rude," and moved on with my life. You know?
Here's a fucking chicken sandwich from McDonald's.
Right.
Enjoy.
I mean, like...
No, I
something.
agree that
Plus
she
more than
should
a
have
card
done
does.
more than nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't think her doing nothing makes her the asshole. I think
Exactly.
that's saying that she's the asshole is an incredibly liberal use of the word in this scenario.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye out for an update to this one. This one was only posted 9 days ago, so, it's fresh. People are jumping on her, but the verdict might change. You never know. Okay. You guys ready for the next story?
Go for it.
Yep.
Next story. Am I the asshole for not letting my friend copy my notes anymore after she told me I was too obsessive about studying? Ooh, I hate those friends. I hate those types of friends. Ooh, the person that doesn't do anything on a group project. Ooh.
Sounds ungrateful to me, but I guess we'll see.
The story reads, "The way I handle school is very well. It helps me learn better when I take detailed notes for all of my classes. Since the beginning of the semester, my friend Emily has been taking my notes because she misses a lot of class and says she has trouble keeping up. At first, I didn't mind because I thought I was helping her, but lately it feels like I'm the only one benefiting. Emily told our group last week that I overdo it with my notes and that I'm obsessive about learning. I felt pretty bad about myself as everyone laughed. I told her that was rude, especially since she was the one who was getting something out of my obsessive notes. She laughed and told me to calm down because it was only a joke." Oh, I hate that too. Ooh. After
She's not
that,
your friend.
That's not your friend. After that, I told her she would no longer borrow my notes. This week she asked for them, and I told her no, and told her why. She pushed back, telling me I was taking the joke too seriously, and that it wasn't a big deal. Some of our friends think I was too angry, and that I should still help her because, quote unquote, she needs it. Am I the asshole for cutting her off for my notes after what she said?"
No, of course not.
No, it's not your fault that she needs the notes.
I
And
feel like it's a bit of an overreaction to hear the joke and immediately go, fuck you, no notes for you. That being said, I feel like that reaction becomes justified as soon as you say, that was hurtful, why would you say that? That was rude. And they say, pfft, stop being so serious about it. It was just a
Or
joke.
sensitive. Stop being
Yeah,
so
exactly.
sensitive.
Yeah, stop being
What?
so sensitive. It was
What
just a
does
joke.
that
Like, as
mean?
soon as that comes out of her mouth, Amanda, I think her name was. Fuck Amanda. No.
Emily.
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 Fuck
Emily
Emily.
can eat
She's
it.
well, it's like
Get
Emily
out of here,
also
Emily.
doesn't get to decide how big of a deal it is to the poster.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
acknowledge your
Absolutely.
mistake if you want to keep your friend.
Yeah, eat shit, Emily.
And keep those notes flowing.
Yeah, eat
Exactly.
shit, Emily. Yeah. Eat shit, Emily.
Tell her again. Louder.
Eat shit, Emily.
Ooh.
Ooh, he said eat shit to a teenager.
She is 16.
We don't know if she's.
Oh,
is
no.
that?
No, she's not. She's actually
College?
20. Yep. She's
Okay,
a 20
wow.
This gave me college vibes.
She could be in high
Yeah.
school. That's why she needs the notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Garbage person,
So-
Emily.
The verdict is undefined right now. This one is fairly new at 12 days old. So there isn't a full verdict. But
They could give the verdict on I didn't give money to my daughter-in-law lady in 9 days.
Yeah.
But in 12 days couldn't tell this person that they're being sane and good.
Correct.
The internet's a terrible place. Eat shit, Emily.
It's built for drama. It's built for drama. Let's read some of the comments. First comment. Not the asshole. What she needs is to show up to class and take her own notes. If there is a medical reason she cannot attend class, she needs to get into contact with the appropriate school staff to get the proper accommodations. You were kind to share with her, but you don't owe her anything, especially if she's going to be ungrateful and hurtful towards you. It doesn't sound like she even apologized or took accountability for hurting your feelings.
Yeah,
True.
No, straight up.
True. I didn't have anyone eat. So, yeah, no, thinking back, I didn't ever have anyone take my notes, but I also have, like, chicken scratch handwriting. Like, and also, so if I'm not writing cursive, it's chicken scratch. If I'm writing cursive, you can't understand it because, like, the loops and stuff, like, it's like,
It's
I
too
don't know,
much.
too loopy. Yeah, it's just too much. So,
I take terrible notes. I have great handwriting, but I don't take good notes.
Tonya, do you take notes? It's all a still trap. Yeah, there you go.
My brother used to take notes 3 times in
Like,
order to
take them and
do
rewrite
well
them.
in school. Yeah.
I never learned how to take good notes because I just didn't all throughout high school. And now I am in collage, and it's rough because, like, especially higher level calc and stuff like that, you need to. And I'm struggling learning that skill. So, if you're young, learn to take notes right away. Learn to study right away. Because you will need it eventually. And learning it when you need it is much more difficult than learning it when you don't.
And high school sucks already. You don't want to be getting bad grades on top of that.
High school does suck. High school's just fucking... I'm going to give this advice directly to the viewer. Viewer, this is the same advice my mother gave me at, like, my lowest point in high school.
Oh.
Every adult that tells you that it only gets harder from here, you think you have problems, wait till you see the real world. They're liars who have forgotten how terrible being a teenager was. All of the issues that you deal with as an adult are stupid, asinine, dumb issues. They're potentially horribly catastrophic and all that shit, but they're all things that you have some level of control over. They're all things that you can do something about. When you're a teenager, your hormones are out of whack. You're completely imbalanced all the time. Everything sucks, and it's all completely out of your control. If you're a teenager having a rough time, and you think, like, this sucks, and everyone is just telling me it only gets worse, they're wrong. This is the worst it gets. It only goes uphill from here. Because you will regain control of things. You will be able to pick yourself up and raise your life to a better place. Right now, you're under the thumb of whoever it is that has some degree of control over you. And if they're making your life hell, remember that at some point, they go away. You can take care of yourself. And it'll be hard. It'll be difficult. It'll be a nightmare. But you will have the agency to help yourself to that better place. This high school moment or whatever that's kicking your ass is the worst it's going to get. It's uphill from here. Trust me.
I don't want to read any of these comments after that. So I'm moving on.
Okay.
Oh, I could tell a story of when I got called really, really old. That's a segue.
What?
What?
So I went back into college and I was 26.
They didn't call you old in college.
Oh, yeah.
What?
No. Here. So I went back to college, and I was 26 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a student in the class with me in my engineering design class. And they were, I think, right out of high school, so they were like 18. And so I got to talking to them after class, and I was like, yeah, I'm 26, but I'm coming back so I can get the degree. And they look at me and they go, how does it feel to be in a class with people so much younger than you?
Rude.
I'm like, you did not
up.
have to put that emphasis
That's
on
messed up,
how
man.
much younger everyone is than me. Like, what
Your
the
first
fuck?
time is always
How does it
hard.
feel to have a cane and gray hair?
Right. Does
So
your back
you're
hurt?
like
Cataract.
on death's door. What's that like?
Now, do you need to take medication for your diabetes and your cataracts?
Right. Right.
That's so
Do your
weird.
feet-
Sorry, let me
Have
put
a
on my
seat.
readers to see how much I'm hurt by this. Jeez.
Do you need to take a nap after this class? Or? No, not Asia yawning.
I have 4 jobs. Listen,
Oh no.
I'm trying
The
to.
life of a teacher.
This needs to gain some traction so I can quit some of those.
Say it, please, speak it into reality.
At least I started praying again this year.
You and me both. All right, next story. Am I the asshole for calling out a girl from my class on her knowledge of my favorite genre of music?
So
That's
far,
wild.
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you mean by that. I'm curious to hear because you're probably an asshole.
I'm a 16-year-old female living in a small Balkan country, and I really like to listen to rap, especially older artists. Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, and Dr. Dre. Eminem's
Please
really
don't call
important
them
for me.
older artists. That hurts me.
You're old.
I know.
Grandfather. Eminem's really important for me. He got me into rap, and I even got to his new vinyl this Christmas. Rap isn't too popular here, or at least that's what it seems like, or maybe I don't go out with the right people. I had this girl in my class who listened to a lot of rap music too, and she usually wore graphic t-shirts of rappers claiming to be a quote-unquote super fan and a quote-unquote stan. We are on okay terms, but not really friends. We had clashing personalities. Though we did have a lot of fun on school trips. She often tries to rival me in discussions and sometimes acts passive-aggressive when we happen to be around the same group of guys we both hang out with. A few days ago, some of my classmates brought up the Ja Rule versus Eminem beef, and since they do not know what it was about, they asked me to explain. I was explaining to them why Eminem was extra angry with Ja Rule, telling them that Ja had dissed his daughter Haley on the song Loose Change. This shit cuts me off, claiming Ja never said anything about Haley and calling me a fake fan. I tried to correct her, but she wouldn't let it go. So exasperated, I played for her the part of Loose Change where Ja clearly mentions Haley. By this time, the whole class was watching us, so I told her that she was the one who didn't know what she was talking about and was the real fake fan. She got visibly upset and left the room. Later, after school, I heard she was telling people that I embarrassed her in front of the whole class. She was more popular than me, and now people are messaging me saying I was too harsh and should apologize. I don't feel like I was mean. I just corrected her with proof when she was trying to mock me publicly. Am I the asshole? If I was out of line, I apologize, but I don't think I did anything wrong here.
This entire conversation was stupid.
It's
is
so
wild.
it's so high
is
school to the
wild.
point where I'm like,
This
this is
is-
so cute.
You don't even need to like find. We know the age. We know the exact age of
Yeah.
everyone involved in this fucking story.
So
No, but
what
you know
episode of
what?
Degrassi
Right. But this girl is a pick me and she started it, so she shouldn't be mad right now.
Now,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. I've heard the term pick me. What is that? I don't know what that is.
So you know the part where she said, "Oh, whenever we get around our group of guy friends, she starts like trying to like out fan me or whatever it said."
Yeah, yeah.
That's a pick me. She's trying to like, "Oh, I know all of this stuff and blah blah blah."
Yeah, I'm one of the guys.
Yeah,
It's also a term that's frequently used on women who give into the what is it, like the meninist groups and the weird like misogynist guys,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
like, yeah, actually, women really should be in the like. Though those are also referred to as
Oh,
pick me's
okay.
because it's the advocating against yourself to be accepted by the group.
Ah, okay. Got it. Okay.
I'm not like other girls.
One of those girls. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Now
I hang
I'm-
out with guys because there's just so much less drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always find myself liking those girls, though. Is that weird?
It means their strategy worked.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
yeah.
I'm kidding. Okay. Let's read the top comment. 7 days ago. God, I don't miss high school, and that's it.
That'll do it.
Oh no!
I already said worst time of your life. Worst time of your life. You know what I'm about.
I'm very
Everything
interested.
seems so
though.
stupid in high school.
I'm very interested though in the sort of the time difference because these children are clearly back in the early 2000s, and I don't know when this was. It was written 7 days ago, so I'm really interested in the time difference between, like, what is it?
Well, I mean, she
Is
knows
it really that
it's
big of a
not
deal?
current rap.
I mean,
like, is it that big of a
it's-
deal?
It's probably just because they are in the Balkan region.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that generally speaking, a lot of
Like, they just
countries
got the Golden Girls,
Sure, yeah.
right? Okay.
No, but like that's the thing is I know that I've looked into I say looked into, I mean cursory glance at other nations enjoying largely American culture and music, and usually they're a decade or so behind whatever our trends are of the time.
Just someone said like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal," but like when you're 16, this is the hugest thing. But
Oh yeah, absolutely.
also, I don't know if she would have like pushed the issue if the girl wasn't like, "Well, you're wrong," because I cannot stand when people are like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, the sky being blue and all." They're like, the sky is orange," and it's like, "How are you so loud and wrong? You're pissing me off now." So that's probably the only right
Confidently
reason she
incorrect
said
people are the
anything.
worst.
I love.
It
being
would have made my
confident
blood
and
boil.
incorrect. It happens.
And
to
now
me a
I look
lot.
stupid because I'm responding to something tiny.
Yeah.
I tell my students
Yeah.
all the time, like, if you know she's wrong, ignore her. But I know that it's hard. I know that myself it's hard, but I tell them that all the time anyways, because it's
That's
not
good
worth
advice.
getting into. But
Yeah, people being confidently incorrect gets really, really under my fucking skin.
yeah,
I understand the need to correct. Yeah, you're not the asshole. You're fine. Whatever.
yeah, she's great.
Second comment. I have to remind myself how important this kind of thing felt at that age. I'm sure I would have been equally upset about something like that at that age. But in my 40s, it all just sounds exhausting. Also, the fact that 90s/2000s rap feuds are being discussed by kids today as if it was Salieri and Mozart just makes me feel extra old. It's true. It's true.
It's so funny. I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's what they're doing over there.
Every couple years, just look at what counts as classic rock and feel sad.
Man, I had such a similar exchange in high school around 2001 when someone had said John Lennon wrote "Hey Jude." It didn't devolve the way the OP did, and I just let her be right. Maybe she was. I don't even remember, but but I was pretty sure it was written by Paul McCartney for Julian Lennon. I don't miss being that age. Same. How's that story? Did you guys like that one? I feel like I didn't like. Oh, the verdict. I didn't tell you what the verdict was. The verdict was
Yeah, what is the verdict?
the verdict was everyone sucks. So she was wrong. I don't see OP being wrong. I don't see OP
No.
being wrong in this.
Not at
OP
all.
was objectively correct. Maybe overreacted a little bit, but at the time, as a teenager in high school, yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. No.
Put that popular girl in her place. She's gonna be a nurse one
Boom.
day,
Give her a
mistreating her
smackdown.
patients.
There's gonna be. Oh, you know what they should do?
What?
You know what they should... Wait, what did you say, Aisha?
I said she's gonna be a nurse one day, mistreating her patients.
What a very
no.
specific thing.
I just
Not
feel
Nurse
like-
Ratchet.
I just feel like there are a lot of popular girls in high school who go on to be bad nurses. There are great nurses, but they go on to be bad nurses. And then there are a lot of popular guys in high school who go on to be the worst of the police force. You know what I mean?
Okay, well,
I
the
see
second one
the
is
correlation.
factually true, but
I see. It's like, yeah,
I'm just saying.
I get it.
interesting.
Don't be
There are a
popular
lot of
in
mean
high school.
girls in
You'll
the
end up.
nursing
You'll end up
Don't be popular or you'll end up a cop or a
you'll-
bad nurse.
a bad cop or a bad nurse.
It's
believe
not,
it.
and it's not just popular. It's like mean popular kids grow up to be mean in their profession, and usually it's those professions. I don't know, or they sell like, or the mean girls are like in multi-level marketing schemes. This is from personal experience, you guys. I'm not.
I was just about
I'm
to
not
ask.
just
Yeah,
saying.
have you seen? Has this happened?
It is, but like this is a thing that other people have experienced as well. I'm just
Remember high school age girls. Don't be mean to others, or else you'll end up either
Selling
being the
Avon.
victim of an MLM scheme or a bad
Selling
nurse.
Avon, a bad nurse,
Selling
and
Avon
boys
or
are going to be a
shitty
bad
nurse.
cop. That's so funny.
I'm curious, can guys also become victims of MLM schemes, or is it just a women thing?
They can.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
it's been
I'm
less
making
in
a
my
joke. Yeah, no,
experience,
it's-
but
that was most of my 20s. Not me. Having people try to sell me on
Yeah.
stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Really?
Yeah. Like sports drinks or some shit. It was
Or I just
wild.
worked retail like a normal
supplements.
person.
skinny wine.
I know, but some people
those
Some
knives.
people enjoy the hustle. The knives.
Okay, if
You
they
ever
were
saw
Cutco
steak?
knives, that's different. Cutco knives kick ass.
I will tell you guys privately the company.
And this is where we find out that Tony is in an MLM and is trying to get us to buy knives. Next story.
I'll be damned.
So this next story comes from malicious compliance.
Ooh, that's a good
Love
song.
these stories. That time my mom upended the dress code for my entire school. When I was little, my mom sent me to a private religious school. My family isn't religious, but they felt like I'd get a better education there. And when I switched to public school later, I found out they were right. I was pretty far ahead. This school had uniforms. Boys wore button-down shirts with the school logo and blue slacks. Girls wore jumpers. My mom hated cleaning and ironing these white button-down shirts every day. I was one of 4 kids. Kids play and get grass stains. The shirts were taking up a lot of her time. Finally, she gave up and bought a bunch of white polo shirts and started sending us to school in those. Admin had a conniption fit about it and brought her in for a meeting. They opened the dress code rulebook and pointed out that these shirts were missing the logo, so they were in violation. My mom looked over the rules and confirmed that the lack of logo was the only violation. They said yes. She thanked them and left, and the school probably thought it was over. Just to be petty, they sent a school-wide memo regarding the dress code. My mom took every polo shirt and stitched a homemade school logo onto them. It wasn't hard to do, as the logo was just the school initials. Admin was furious, but during the next meeting realized their hands were tied. The memo piqued the curiosity of other parents, and when they started asking my mom where she got the new school shirts, my mom where she got the new school shirts. Apparently, she wasn't the only one sick of ironing and getting grass stains out. Suddenly, I wasn't the only one wearing a polo shirt to school. The worst part for the school was that, despite tuition being pretty expensive, they also had kickback deals going with local clothing stores for the uniforms. The store had a monopoly on the sale of those shirts. When business started lagging, the store made their own version of the polo shirts for sale. Eventually, the original shirts were phased out entirely. That was over 30 years ago, and my mom still loves telling that story. That's so cool.
That's phenomenal.
That's so
Love
cool.
her.
That's
She
great.
said, okay. She said, bet.
We're matching energy today.
Got you. I
That's
got
so
you.
good.
I do have a uniform story.
You do?
Oh.
I went to a Lutheran school when I was, I think I was first to third grade, and I don't know what happened, but there was a time where I lost my jacket, and I had this huge puffer coat that was like blue on the top half and rainbow on the bottom half. And I wore that. It was like the middle of winter in California, but still, I was 8 or something. And my mom sent me to school in that jacket. And they were like, you can't do that, and this and this and that. And they brought her in and all this stuff. She's like, I'm not sending my child to the school without a jacket. The other one's coming in the mail. You will wait. Like, she used to say, I used to get in trouble there all the time. I had to write standards all the time because I would forget my homework. I would do it. I just forget it at home. And then, so like there were so
ADHD?
many things. Yes.
Wait, ADHD?
Yeah.
Great. Same. I got you.
But like, there was so many things at that. My mom was like, I wrote so many letters to that school. They could paper the office with all the letters I wrote to that school. But yeah.
That's
That
crazy.
was the school where they wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
What is it about these damn teachers? Oh, I wasn't done. Edit. I'm cracking up at some of you calling my mom a Karen and clutching your pearls about the poor school losing revenue. You guys are acting like they had to put the school mascot down after they didn't make their nut on uniform kickbacks. I assure you, they were and still are making money hand over fist and doing just fine. You guys typically side with the HOA as well when you read these stories.
God, that's a
Whoa.
mean one.
Whoa, that's an edit. Oh my God,
You
who's
seem
calling-
like the kind of person that sides with an HOA is something that I'm absolutely using in my life.
Oh no! Hold on, let me
Noted.
read some of the comments.
Writing that down.
There was a uniform type rule in place when my son was in school and for all the other schools. Shirts were polos, but had to be that school's colors and or plain white polos. Jeans, khakis, shorts, that was it. I inadvertently got the policy changed after my son's junior year. I got a call saying he needed to change his undershirt. It was just a regular shirt, just orange or yellow, because it wasn't an approved color. I looked through the dress code policy, and it didn't say anything about undershirts, and that I was not taking off work to pick him up and take him home and change and then reverse the trip. Just no, and that's fucking ridiculous. If you want undershirts to match, then your dress code should say so. Well, they changed it for the next school year. Don't get me started on the shoelaces. The story was funny. I want to see the comments about her being a Karen,
Yeah, cause what?
because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no.
She's more
Her
of
mom
like,
kicks ass.
yeah, she seems like one of those moms that's like, let the kids do whatever they want. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the opposite of a Karen. Like a Karen, but for good.
Yeah.
But for
Karen, but for
inclusivity.
Karen for good.
You know,
Undercover
an
Karen.
inclusivity
Ooh.
Karen.
That's a new superhero right there.
Undercover Karen.
I was
Or
going to say Karen for
inclusivity
good, but
Karen for good.
inclusivity Karen.
Inclusivity Karen.
It's a trio of Karens. That's what they are. Our powers combined, we can make the world
Yeah,
a better
they're
place.
just the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, that's so cute. I used to go to a private school, so there were always, like, there were moms like that because I was one of the only black kids. And so if I had, like, white friends with cool moms, like, they were always like, well, she's coming with us. You know what I mean? Where not all of the parents were like that, but I used to, like, find the ones that were. And those are, like, my little second moms at school.
Aw.
Thank you, inclusivity Karens.
Thankful for
Making
you,
the world a better
inclusivity
place.
Karens. Shout out to y'all.
Can we call them something else then? Can we call them inclusivity Debras? Karen's has such a bad connotation.
That's true. That's true. I
Let's
was
call
thinking
them
of Debbie.
Inclusivity Debbies.
Yeah.
Or Deborah's. All right. I don't
Boris.
see, I don't see any of those comments, so maybe they are. I don't know. This was.
Maybe they got just
This was 4
pushed
days
down
ago,
to the bottom of the
so
fucking
they got
list.
pushed down. Yeah, but that would be insane to call her a Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, your mom rocks. OP. I aim to sneeze. Is the user that posted this 4 days ago.
Good job, I aim to sneeze. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud of your mom.
Also, I am to seize mom. Good job. Yeah, that's awesome. That was our last story because I got about 2 hours of sleep last night and I couldn't look up anymore.
Oh, buddy.
If you guys want to listen to more stories, we have other stories, other themes. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm not that old.
We're not that old. We're not that old. We're not grandpa.